All it takes is one look around the crowd to know it's finally race day. The atmosphere at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve is incredible. Personally, I think we're in for a brilliant race. If you want flat-out racing, you've come to the right place this weekend, as it's full throttle for 59% of this 2.7-mile circuit, peaking at around 210 miles per hour going into the final chicane. But that speed requires discipline, and there are more than a few close walls here just waiting to punish drivers with a heavy right foot. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Formula 4 Racing. I'm your host, Simi Skate. With me as always is Hello there, Howsy. How are you, mate?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome along to Formula 4. Yes, we're back again.
We are.
Great to have all of you along with us. So, we're at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. Sorry, messing around in the background. Circuit here, Canada. Q1 session then for the Euro boys, obviously. Australian side of things done and dusted earlier on. Great race there we had earlier, obviously up on the streams, on the social media platforms. Go back, rewind, check that out. I've got our first car on track, and it is, of course, the main man, Mr. Pills. Normally first to blink. We got a few boys in the chat. I know DJ was in there, Callum, Suicide 5. So good evening, good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in. Hills, they're not wasting any time here. Out on track. First one to get a lap in. Been joined by Kaiser on the track, just come out of the box, but we'll watch Pills here. Dry weather, obviously, as we can see at this point in time. The Aussie boys did cop some rain in qualifying, so we'll wait and see if we get any update in the chat about the weather for the race and the rest of qualifying. But for the moment, we'll just presume a dry session this evening. He was then halfway through his lap, just about to take sector 2. Obviously, Purple's it. He's the first car out there into this 10-10 hairpin then. Nicely on the throttle, as you would expect from the man. Heading down then into the chicane and the wall of champions. Obviously this part of the track, that can gain and lose quite a lot of time. Risk reward stuff, and there we go. That could also happen. That was going to be my next sentence. Invalidations, easily to do through those wall of champions chicane. So it will be Kaiser, I believe, starting a lap here. Team Rothmans. Quite a tricky first sector here, especially through this zone here, turns 3. Corner cut there as well. Tap the wall there like Kaiser's done. Down 5 and into 6 then here. Again, tricky on the power out of here. DRS zone here, this section. Up under the bridge, into turn 8. It can get a little bit tricky on exit here. Do see drivers touch that wall or lose traction. Down into turn 9, then the hairpin. Then it'll be our third DRS zone of the lap, if you count the start finish as number 1. What's Kaiser got in his pocket for his opening lap? Going great guns as of lately, as of Kaiser, so I'm sure it'll be a relatively solid lap. Can he keep it clean? He can't. Again there, the wall of champion chicane costing. Callum's about to start a lap. DJ on and out lap. So Bannister, I think, is on a lap here. Just coming through sector 3 then up to that same spot. Can he keep it clean? Can somebody get a lap time on a board? Bannister keeps it clean then, so Bannister will be the first to set a lap time here. Does so with a 1:11.350. Then Kaiser's invalidated a second lap here, so it'll be one of the Texaco boys here. I think it's Callum Tyler. I believe furthest along. Callum. Picking him up now. Through that second sector, just coming towards the end of it. 42.1 for the second sector then for Callum. Texaco driver. Lovely under the sunshine is that Texaco livery. The Oily Boys, as my co-commentator loves to call them. So can he keep it clean through this last chicane? Can't. So we'll move back to DJ then. I think is the next one on the lap here. DJ has made it through. Oh, a little bit wide out the wall. Champions brushes it. Does a 109.299. Great lap from DJ then. Bannister going again, but slower. So I think we should move. Probably, what's the Old Spice down the back? Pills on another outlap. Callum's invalidated again. So the DJ, if he goes again here at the moment, to be fair, watching Pills. Yeah, Pills is just invalidated again, as you can see on screen. So DJ, I think the only one on a lap here, if he's going to go for a second lap. So doesn't necessarily need to. Setting decent enough time, I would have thought. This Q1 session, he's just slightly down on his own previous time there. Not much in it, so good last sector. He can improve if he decides to keep this one going. No fuel light. Used all his energy, so he has got fuel to make it around one lap, but he's got a bit of traffic here. Maybe just taking his eye. I think he's going to box this one. He is indeed then. So Ramsell then, I think, is the furthest along on a lap. DJ's teammate. Great result. Lately for Ramsell, been doing a good job. Certainly improved this season, for sure. On this back straight then. His fuel light is screaming. You can see it there, flashing red over on the right-hand side. Used about 50% of the battery on this lap. Can he keep it clean? Looks good. It is good. Not a bad line there from Ramsell. Goes P2 with a 110. 212. We've got, who's the Rothmans? Kaiser, you're going to outlap and invalidated. So we've got Pills then, pick up Pills on the lap here. On the medium tyre, interestingly, here. So, I don't know if that's an indication. There could be some weather on the way or not, I don't know. We haven't had it confirmed in the chat, but Pills on the medium tyre here then. Going to get this lap in this time. Does with the 109.4, so good lap for the medium compared to DJ's time on the soft. We've been joined in the chat by the Godmother. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you along. Bright and early this week. Just me at the moment. Skate is busy getting himself a coffee and waking his sleepy head up, which is not a problem at all. It's a ridiculous hour of the morning for him, and we do appreciate him getting up for us every week. So he'll join us later. DJ retires in the pit lane, I presume that is. Bloomster here on a lap. Keeps it clean. Can he get that Q3 today? Still looking for it, still searching for it is our Bloom. Bloom goes P5, sorry. 13.3. Also on that medium tyre, so interestingly enough. Kaiser then, picking up here. Just across the line, keeps it clean through the Wall of Champions section. Good enough for P3 at the moment on the softs, 109.7. Pease is on the lap, but invalidated here. So, is it Callum? Yep, Callum it is. He's watching the veggie branch. Suicide being suicide. Oh, Callum's got that a little bit wrong. Deep there, you see how that affected him. Deep in. No room on the exit. Does still get the lap in of an 11.7 on the mediums though, so not too bad, but obviously Callum making a mistake there, so can go quicker. Let's pick up then. Is it Sloth? I think it is Sloth. Yeah, through the hairpin now, turns 10. A little kink of 11. Coming up. What Slothy boy got in his locker for the first lap. Also on the mediums to note then. Can he keep it clean? Oh, he looks a bit wide. Oh, he's just about got away with that. Not perfect from Sloth through that last section, but good enough for 5th at the moment, a 1:10.2 on those mediums. So not a bad job, but he's definitely got more. We've got Kaiser boxing here, so is that P's on another one? It is, and he's invalidated again as P's. So not the ideal start for P's, not the ideal start. We'll pick up then here on screen just Mikey, Team Cadbury's driver. Obviously, good battles going on in pot 4. It's Mikey, big part of that, obviously. They're doing a stellar job again this season. We pretty much say that about everybody, to be fair. That is the calibre of the drivers in this league, in this division. All top notch. Just Mikey then needs to keep it clean here. Does so. Nice line from Just Mikey. Comes over the line then. What does he do? A 1:10.4. We've got a Rothman's about to cross the line. I think it's Curtis. It is. Just starting though. Sloth's invalidated a second lap if he was on one. Bloomster is on another lap here. Not sure if he's going for it. He's the next guy certainly on a lap. No, Bloomster is bailing on that one. So Extremist on an out lap, finally getting out the box. Nico also out there on an out lap. We've got Callum Tyler. Is he going again? Certainly the furthest along, and then we've got one of the reserves behind him, who I believe probably is Chewy. Missed a lap from Chewy somewhere along the line there. He has gone 7th for the 1:10.8 has Chewy. So, yeah. Callum going to take the flag here, take the line, sorry, for another go then. Currently sat with an 11.7. Can he improve? It looks like he will. He does, 11.3. So, the Rockers down the back straight is Curtis. As we see the reserve of Chewy just crossing the line is Curtis next. Just exiting the wall of champions now. Not too bad a lap from Curtis so far, 1:10.3. Yeah, not bad at all. Into P6. Extremist then on a lap here. Just picking him up through turn 10. Team Cat. Soft tire fitted for the Extremist. Three of the Cats here tonight. Obviously Blue, Peas and the Extremist. Extremist keeps it clean then. A little bit late picking up the power there. But it's clean, nevertheless. An 8th spot for him, a 1:10.621. We've got about just under 5 minutes left of this session then, so we can start getting down into this drop zone section soon. Callum must be boxing, he is, so we've got a couple of the reserves here. Tom Go about to start his lap, and Chewy is going to send it again here, Chewy. Oh, he's got a poor exit out there, right snap for Chewy on the exit. Does improve still though, P9 for Chewy, 1:10.5. One of the Rothmans there, about to take the flag. It's Curtis again. Doesn't necessarily need this lap, I don't believe, but goes a bit quicker. A 1:09.9, 4/10 quicker than his previous. But the Extremist into turn 10 here. If he goes again, teammate, I think I'm just going to have a quick back at Bloom, sorry, behind him on an out lap. So Extremist is going to go again. He's just a 10.5 up on his previous time. I expect this to be close. Does improve though. Takes 2/10 or something off of the time, up to P8. So 3.5 minutes to go. We should probably start focusing on this drop zone here. P's yet to set a time. Walker yet to set a time. Mikey G yet to set a time. Tom Go yet to set a time, although he's about to set one as we pick him up on screen. So Tom Go takes an interesting line out of that. Wow, look at that. Hello, Tom Grow has came to the party. A 1:09.189 on the soft tyre. Nice. Let's keep a lookout on this lap then. Walker's just started a lap. P's just starting a lap behind. So it'll be Walker, the reserve. Bloom is on another one. He is indeed. 1.4, 1.5 seconds up. Going to get a nice look. Is that? No, it's the Extremist in front of him. Maybe giving him a nice little toe down this straight here. Perfect planning from the Cat boys. As long as he doesn't compromise his entry here. Maybe just a touch on the braking. Oh, yeah, he's tapped the wall at Bloom. Unfortunate for Bloom and invalidate, so we'll go back to Walker, perhaps. Very, very good. So Walker then will pick up reserving tonight. He's on a lap behind. G, oh, having trouble on his lap. I'm just flicking back. Droftus still in the pits here, so I don't know what the new Portanian's doing. We'll worry about that in a second. Walker, just about clean. What can he do then, Walker? Up to 12 for 110.605 on the mediums. So we must pick up P. Where do P's go? P's went up to P3, 109.3. So Mikey G is on a lap here, but I did see him make a mistake in the middle sector. So, and he's coming in. How long have we got here? I don't think we've got long, about just under 2 minutes, I believe. So I don't think that's why Mikey G is decided to bail. I'm not quite sure why. And the new Portanian Droft still in the pits too, so it doesn't look like Droftus will be setting a lap either. Moonster just picked up there on my screen, just trying to set another lap, and he's invalidated it again, so Callum's out there and going fast, obviously currently on the bubble in 15th. Callum just coming down to the hairpin turn 10. A little bit wide on the entry, but can see varied lines into that hairpin. Some take it tighter, some take it wider. See, getting on the power earlier or later. Carry a bit more corner speed if you take it a little bit wider. So Callum looking to push this time a bit further then. Get into the 110s. He does. A 110.1. And takes an interesting line and he's going to crash. What was that about? I guess, yeah, okay, he was through. So I'm not understanding why Callum just did what he did. But okay. So Bloomster, oh, he's on another one. Yes. Okay. Bloomster then on a invalidate lap. I don't think has he got time to get this line? No, he hasn't. Well, he had. He might have done. But his fuel light was screaming. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, that is Q1 done and dusted. I think we have our drop zone. We will wait, of course. Yeah, it's a very big miscalculation, Callum. The track's the grey bit in between the white thing. Anyway, we will push on. Wait for this time to click over. Give you the drop zone 100%, but it looks like it's Bloom, Mikey G, and Veloctus we will lose from this one, and obviously Callum won't be taking part in Q2 either. Let's wait for the last few AI cars to come in, or carry on round, whatever they're doing. Yeah, Walker hadn't taken the flag, my beg your pardon. That should be it. We'll be waiting. Any cars now? Have to wait. Be patient. Be patient. Good things come to those that wait, that my mother brought me up on, so we'll be patient. Wait for these AI cars to sort themselves out. Whilst we're doing that, I guess we could have a quick recap from last week. So, pole position went to P's last week. Fastest lap took by P's as well. P1 also to P's. P2 to Droftus. P3 to Pills. And driver of the day to all put down. So yeah, P's taking a grand slam last week. Now we're going to get these screens flicking over, so we'll pause on that one. So Tom Go with good early pace in a Q1 session. DJ up there. P's, Pills. Kaiser, Curtis, Walker, Ramsell, Nico, the top 10, but we will lose. In the drop zone then, Droftus the new Portanian, deciding for some reason not to set a lap time. We've lost Bloomster, so he's still going to keep that Q3 statistic, is our Bloom. I'm not making it, unfortunately. Mikey G, we've lost as well, and Callum and Tyler there then, so we will have 14 progress into the Q2 session. Let's continue then, as I hear ruffling in the background. Maybe the espresso is working, just about kicking in, but I'll do the pots from last week. Pot 1, best pot 1 driver was P's last week. Best pot 2 driver was DJ. Pot 3 driver was all shot down, and best pot 4 was Nico. Best team or driver for the teams last week. Cadbury's was all shot down, Cat was Peas, Old Spice was Pills, Rothmans was Droftus, and Texco was Sloth. Most places gained in last week's race. Dead heat between Nico and Energetics with 8. Most places lost went to Kaiser with 4, and the most pit stops also taken by Kaiser with 4. As we move through into this Q2 session then, ladies and gentlemen, we might, if we all cross our fingers and wish at the same time, we may get the delightful tones of the steamy gate.
Yes, I am here, Housey. I am here. You are doing a stellar job. Thank you very much, mate. While I slowly wake up in the background, yes, stupid o'clock, and there are plenty kinds of stupid there, Pills. Heaps and heaps of it. But yes, I digress. Housey doing a stellar job in that Q1 session. A couple of, surprise early exits. I tell you what, the two Welshmen, it must be something in the water down there, or up there, I should say, simply for the fact that one didn't get through and the other one didn't set a lap. So, I tell you what, I did say when Mikey G came in, Droftus had a friend, and they're following each other everywhere. So there you go, the two Welshmen out of this session. And of course, Pills loving the camera work. Always good to be first out on track. We've also got a few people in chat. Good morning to you all. Good evening. And yes, the godmother is there. Callum's there. Ramsell. Well, I reckon Ramsell was surprised himself that he'd done such a great lap. I tell you what, he was well up there. He's got some pace around here, unless that's Junior getting him through a qualifying session. But hey, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. No, of course not. Of course not. The chiropractor would never let that happen. As we've got Droftus in the chat, of course. How are you, Droft? Yes, I am awake. Only barely, only just. And, Housey done a stellar Q1. So thank you very much again, Housey. And, we're still trying to fire up. Not quite there yet. But, this is underway, mate. Q2.
Yep, Q2. You take your time. No worries, no stress. I got your back. Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say. That's certainly what we are. Love out the way. We'll pick up then. So Pills will be the first one again to start these laps. Obviously, it didn't work out for him in the first qualifying session for Pills on the first couple of laps. So soft tyre fitted for Pills now. Obviously, this session normally the session where we see a bit of sandbagging going on, especially in these opening laps. But they like to chop and change a little bit recently, just to keep us on our toes, because they've figured out that we've figured out their strats. So keep us guessing these days a little bit, but we'll see what these opening laps are, and if they are sandbag laps, then we will maybe...
I just want to touch on something. Pills is going through here now, and I remember last season, he come a cropper up against that wall there on the left-hand side. And the new Portonian, he was there as well, right there and thereabouts, and, he pulled over, and just to make sure the Pillars was okay. Now, apart from being red-faced, he was okay. And, there you go. Let's hope that doesn't happen this time around. It's been a topsy-turvy season for Mr. Pills, and probably one he would rather forget, to be honest, if I know him. But he's coming good. His pace is getting better again, and here he's about to set a lap. He's at 108.8. Well, there you go.
It's Nico next, his teammate. Next to set a lap time. So let's see what Nico can do. Nico does a 1:12.775 then. A couple of Texacos about to cross the line.
Oy.
Just missed DJ a 1:09.1, but Ramsell here just about to take the line, 1:10.2. Obviously on the softs, top 4 times so far on the softs. Here comes Peas on the mediums. Just brushed that wall slightly, did he? I'm not sure. 1:09 though, 4. Kaiser in there with a 1:09.6. We've got the Extremist about to exit the wall of champions. He's on the softs too.
Well, hang on a minute though. Droftus is saying it is a wet race. So, there you go. We did have a wet qualifying in the Aussie side. Now we've got a dry race. We've got a dry quali and a wet race happening here in the European side. There you go. So that's going to make for interesting racing. Oh, sloppy grass cutting a little bit. And there you go. He's paid the price. That is a invalidated lap. So I tell you what, I wonder if these boys are running wet setup. So we're not really going to see the true pace. Probably not. So if it's going to be a wet race, I dare say they have got those setups set to the race conditions. Who is that? Senior throwing that in the pit lane ever so quickly. We've got Slothy Boy out there who is invalidated, as we did touch on. And Tommy, well, he's just prepping his car quite nicely, isn't he, Howsy? Slowed right up, well right up. Probably just giving himself some breathing space on track and, well, looking to set a decent lap. Wants to get out of Q2. Of course, Walker in there as well. And let's just touch on him. He's got some speed back as well, Housey. I do know that Walker has jumped back on his wheel. He's gotten rid of the controller because it doesn't count. And he's back on the wheel. And good to see Walker. Keep pushing, son. And, oh, there you go. Tommy a bit loosey-goosey. Coming out of 3, into 4, out of 5. Does that absolutely stunningly. He's about to take the end of the first sector. He purpled it. Oh, but then again, this is Codemasters. That is might not be relevant at all. Wowee. He's had to gather that one up, Housey. He's just done that. As Slothy Boy will be next. We'll jump to him. He's on a lap at the moment. Well, I'll tell you what, he's had a really bit of a muddled session. Couldn't get a lap together early doors. Same with a couple of them out there. But I'll tell you what, their first laps, wow, hit the bank and hit it running. And, well, they've all put them in there, of course. Oh, Slothy Boy. Very, very close to that wall. I reckon that was a cigarette paper's width as he's purpled the middle sector, Housey.
Yeah, a little bit of traffic there. I panicked seeing a reserve livery almost stopped. I thought he'd hit the wall there on the exit of 9, but it wasn't. He was just pulling over to let Slothy Boy through. I was wondering for a minute on whether maybe Sloth thought the same. I'm not sure.
Sloth! He's not confident. Doesn't look confident through 13 and 14. He lost a bucket load of time. A 109.486. Still a great lap. But I tell you what, he's tentative through that wall of Champions Complex. I'm sure they all are until they really do get their eye in, Housey. But Pillars retires from the session. And, well, 3/10 on top at the moment. Not too shabby at all from the Pills. As, well, Joftas is in the chat and he says that it will not get dry at all. It looks like light rain for the whole race. So there you go. There you go. A bit of a, well, bit of a weather update from the Newportonian. Thank you very much, mate. As Curtis out on track here, mate. And, well, there is the detection point. There it is there. The letterbox rear wing. As the Rothmans driver comes towards turn 13, which is the entry. Turn 14 is the exit. And you brush that wall as Curtis nearly does. He's about to take the line any second now, Housey. It's a 109.6, and that is P6.
Just Mikey next on the lap because a few cars in between, but they're all invalidated. So it's just Mikey, just purple the second sector. Yet to set a lap time is Mikey. Go through that turn 10, hairpin. Back straight to go. Obviously with a wet race then we're not going to be having DRS activated, I wouldn't have thought, so if it's not planning to dry up, so that could prove tricky for some of the drivers. Obviously no DRS assisted moves will be taking place, so just Mikey then sets a 110.815 on those soft tyres.
I'll tell you what, Housey, that makes track position all the more important. Even though the back straight here is 1.19 kilometres long, it makes track position all important. No DRS assisted moves, of course. And, well, I mean, there's plenty of battery power in wet sessions, of course, especially down this straight. That is where you will be spending absolutely everything. I mean, you cannot burn your battery in wet conditions. As Nico, well, he navigates 13, gets out of 14 very tentatively. He's currently on a 112. He's not going to beat that this time around. He's going to have another crack. And, well, Walker out there at the moment, just trying to create himself some space. There is a Capri driver of Just Mikey out there as well. He will be boxing. So, well, Walker's not to know that, but yes, Just Mikey will be boxing. And Walker, it looks like, just creating himself some sort of space so he can get his lap underway.
Yep, so it'll be Nico again here, going for the second lap. Nico, he's just, he's still been on it through the first sector. Up at the first sector is Nico. So no signs of him backing out of this one. Top tyre fitted. Obviously, Pills, look at that vote of confidence at the top, retiring in the pits with one lap on the board. So maybe Pills is up for this one tonight. Can he be the one that stops Peas? Or stops the Peas train this week? DJ looking good as well. Some early pace there. Second in the Q1 session. He's up there in second in the Q2 as well at the moment. So Nico navigates the turn 13-14 section then, the Wall of Champions section, and takes the flag. Picks up a 109.842, up to 7th for Nico.
We'll have a look at Walker here, of course. Yes, well, he doesn't get to race that much that often, and well, he is one of the stewards. He does steward the Aussie division. He does a stellar job with Mateo and Aylin, of course. But there you go, Walker out on track. Just tackled the hairpin now. He's got that long run. He's got plenty of time to think about 13 and 14, which they all do. And, well, it's so reminiscent. All these back straights, Housey, very, very much, every single one of them, all before important, very tricky corners. I speak of Abu Dhabi. There is plenty of them out there. There is one in Belgium as well, and there's one here in Canada. There's one everywhere almost, as Walker goes P3, does that absolutely beautifully with a 109.3. Where is Nico? There he is there, and he's coming up. Oh, I think he's pulled right up. He might be out of fuel. DJ is going again. DJ is going again. Look at that. He's hunting everything he can get. And, well, Nico getting well out of the way, but DJ still pitching a bit of a sneaky slipstream there, Housey. As, oh, I tell you what, DJ's on. DJ is on. He's about to take the line. I think it's a 108.8. DJ's on. DJ is on. That's a great time from him. And, well, good to see. Tommy has invalidated yet again out there on the medium, Housey, and well, I mean, if it's going to be wet, chuck the softs on, mate, and just get it through. And well, like we did touch on, but the track position is going to be everything here in a wet Grand Prix. No DRS, folks. No DRS. Got Bannister out there on an outlap. Got a couple of the oily boys in Ramsell. There he is there, just going through 14 now. He's about to get himself underway, of course. And, well, we might stay with him, mate, because, well, there is another oily boy out there. That is DJ. Threw it on top just before, as we just seen. His teammates just starting one in P9. And, of course, we're going to lose the bottom four drivers here.
Chewy's on one here. Sorry to cut you off there, but right. Chewy is on one.
Thank you.
P12 at the moment, but he is up. And then we'll get back to Ramsel and the likes afterwards, but get Chewy across the line here. Mr. Reserve. Oh, all wrong. Breaking all wrong there.
Oh, that's going to hurt because that's going to hit him for the next lap as well. Look at this. Red track map. And he will be done. How much time is left, Housey? I don't think there's much time for him to get around or throw it in the pit lane and get out and do it. No, there's not. There's not. He is done. He is done. That is unfortunate. Bannister getting himself underway as well. We'll flick back up to the chiropractor. There he is there on the back straight. And, well, he's up, Housey. He's up by 2.5 tenths. And, well, where would that throw him in the rail? Still keeping... Oh, he's got it wrong. He got it wrong. He got it well wrong. And there you go. That's him. That's him done. He will not progress, I don't think, unless somebody behind him improves. Chewy is done. We've got Tommy out there on an outlap. Bannister is out on track. And we're going to stay with him.
Yeah, Tom's invalidated, so yeah, Bannister has still got enough time if they've got fuel to get another lap in here. As long as they've got fuel, obviously won't be optimum on the tyres. I wouldn't have thought for anyone that's just invalidated the lap before, but it's time for another lap. Bannister then, Magenta's the purple sector. We'll have a little bit of a throwback, Mr. Mad G. Mad G, if you're out there somewhere, I hope you're well. Bannister then,
absolutely
yet to set a time. Rothman's driver, obviously Tom Go yet to set a lap time as well. Just going to keep an eye on the time. Yeah, he's got plenty of time to get across the line. Quick recharge for Tom.
Oh, he's rushing. I tell you what, Housey, he's flirting with it. But there you go, P11.
Not quite good enough, not quite good enough, but he has got time. He has got half a battery pack. The fuel light's not on, so maybe Bannister can go again here. We'll pick him up later, I'm sure. Obviously, Ramsel on this invalidated lap. Nico on his outlap. We've got a few boys out there on outlaps or just starting. Who's the Cabras? It's Mikey on an outlap.
Got the extremist out there on a lap. as well. He's Kaiser, I reckon, is well safe, mate.
Not-
He's improved.
He's gonna be
He's
boxing,
sitting
yeah.
there with a 109.6. And while the guys behind are improving, but not by a second a lap, he is well safe. As well, he's probably going to set this one just to make sure. And there he goes through 14. Well done, Kaiser. And well, let's just see what he can set. He's going to improve. He's going to improve dramatically. P3 as we'll bounce up to the extremist, and there he is there.
Yeah.
Currently P10 with a 110.4. He's just got to get through this. That is very, very tricky at the best of times. It is a simple corner, but it's very much overthought. He does improve, throws himself up in a P9. Ramsell.
Can't do it. Bannister just took the line, sorry. 110.5. Tom Go then goes up into P3 or 109.1, so Tom Go getting a good lap in. This will be last lap job. Nico will be the next, mate, as I think you're about to say.
No, Nico was slow. It will be
Oh,
just
God.
Mikey. Just Mikey's the
It is,
only one that
there we go.
really can dint this next session here, Housey. And, well, there he is. There, I tell you what, he was very wide on exit. And, well, let's just see if he can improve. Missed what he was at the second sector. I'm not too sure.
0.3 up, 0.3 up. So that'll put him about a 110.5.
He needs a great last
not gonna
sector.
be
He needs a great last sector. And let's just see, he's trying to get everything he can get. A little sneaky toe. He crosses the line. No. He saves P13 with a 110.6. And, well, there you go. The extremist out there on track in 10th. He's going to set the lap. He's not going to take anything to chance. What's he got in the bag? The extremist. Is he going to make Q3? He certainly is. 109.9. Stays P10. Bannister has invalidated, and that is it.
Is it? Indeed. Q2 done. Tom Go, though, just actually with a cheeky last lap there, look, takes the top spot. 108.757. So
Straight away, DJ in the chat saying he could have gone faster. Well, I mean, there's a bit of egos here out on show, of course. Oh, DJ gets pipped, and straight away, I could have gone faster, he reckons. Well, we'll see what he's got in Q3. See what all of them have got in Q3, of course. Stunning qualifying session so far. As who is that? That is Bannister. Just going back in the garage. These are all AIs, of course. Waiting for this countdown clock to tick over. And DJ, no, he's just annoyed that it's raining. Plenty of time to have a smoke, DJ. And, well, get that one in. As, well, Ramsell. Oh, well, mate. I mean, it's been that way all season, hasn't it? I mean, he's just dominated Mr. P's. And, well, he is the championship winner of last season. He's the championship leader of this season. And that is the reasons why. Just doing a solid job. And, well, there you go. There you go. Ramsell spewing. He's out of qualifying 3. Yes, P11, the best of the rest. Mid-pack. And, well, DJ doing what DJ does. Getting breaths of fresh air as Tommy on top. DJ P2 and Pillars P3 at the moment. Ramsell, Bannister, Mikey and Chewy we will lose. So, well, I mean, this is going to be a great Q3 session. Let's not forget a wet race. So, well, I mean, track position, as we did touch on before, Housey, is absolutely everything here at Canada, especially in a wet race. No DRS assisted at all. This circuit here is 4.361 kilometers or 2.71 miles. The lap record around here is held by Valtteri Bottas in 2019. He set a 1 minute 13.078. The fastest lap around here is held by Sebastian Vettel. That was done back in 2018 in Q3 as a fastest lap, of course. Yes, with a 1 minute 10.764. And that was in the Ferrari. You're at full throttle, about 75% of the lap here. The back straight is 1.19 kilometers long. You're going to go through roughly 52 gear changes per lap around this circuit, and well, you will lose approximately 1.5 kilos of fuel per lap. Every extra lap of fuel you carry, you will lose 0.03 of a second. A pit lane time around here is going to cost you about 20 seconds. So that's something to take into consideration when you're about to do a box, overcut, undercut, so on and so forth. The circuit around here is built on the Isle of Notre Dame, of course. It is a man-made built island. It was first held here in 19 1978 there, Housey. It had a 1-year absence in 1987, so it had a good first stint, good 9 years there or so, but it had an absence because they had a disagreement with Bernie. Do you remember him? The man that ruled with an iron fist. And, well, from a used car salesman to, I tell you what, Mr. Eccleston, woof, tell you what, you wouldn't want to get on his bad side. Anyway, yes, a year absence because they had a disagreement. And, well, then it came back in 89, of course. Then went through right to 2008. Then had another year absence in 2009. And, well, there you go. Then it came back the following year from 2010 to 2019. Then, of course, we all lived it, the pandemic. And, well, I mean, we had a bit of a hiatus from this track. They are back this year, of course. 2022 it returns. This is the 5th rendition of this track. There is 14 corners, of course. It is a clockwise circuit. The left-hand side of the car does get a lot of work. There is a famous wall here, and no, it is not the Bupton's wall. It is the Wall of Champions, turns 13 and 14. And there is only one other name of corner at this track. Only other corner name at this track. And, well, there you go. It's named after, well, Baraji Senna is turn 2, and that is where it is. And they're the only 2 corner names. The Wall of Champions is also known as the Wall of Quebec. And there you go. So, well, Housey, I hope I've done you proud there, mate.
Young Padawan is doing well. You can tell he's been spending some time with me, doing a sterling job as we see Pills then opening the lap here. 108.5 then. Pills got the gloves off here.
He certainly has. He certainly has. I reckon he wants to make amends for last season. And, well, I mean, he's probably hoping it's going to be the other way with the new Portonian. But Geiserhoff with a 110.1. Pease is next. Pease. Oh, Pease. I'll tell you what, look at this. Look at this. Pease and pillows.
Pillows?
Oh,
Yeah,
I wish my head was still on one, mate. I'm telling you.
Name change. Nico does a 110.0 then. Walker comes across with a 117.5. Pills is now going to be known as Pillows. I'm sorry, but I'm liking that one.
Oh, delusional. I'm still half asleep.
Most pillows
Dreaming
lost.
of pillows, mate. Holy shit. Anyway, Extremist is out there. And, well, the cat boy. I tell you what, the Extremist has come alive. He's doing some good things of late. And happy to see what he's doing out there. Yes, we all have brain farts at the moment, but every now and then. But, well, he's doing a great job this season, it must be said. And, well, he's about to take the line now. And it's a 109.6 P4. With DJ Death Dragon out there. Tommy has invalidated. Curtis is out there on an outlap. And who is that behind him getting a cheeky toe?
Gotta be Pease, is it?
Oh, he's invalidated. He's going back in the pit lane.
Yeah, it's DJ furthest along here, yet to set a lap time, and he was flying through the first sector. Certainly, obviously we've seen it through Q1, Q2. Got some pace, has he, this lad? DJ, maybe the win. Maybe the win on for DJ. Come on! I'll take the win, yeah! Come on!
I've got to get an audio. I've got to get some audio. I've got to get some audio represent. Oh, DJ!
He's right. He gave it him.
Here he goes! Oh, there you go, a 108.9. Cost him a bit of time. We've got Curtis out there as well. Yes, let's just see what Curtis has got. Who has done great things as well since he's been here. And of course, on call. Same in the Aussie stream. One word, he appears. One word here as well, he appears. And, well, we are the creeper, the groomer, Mr. Altitude, whatever you want to call him. That's just him. He's there. He's ready to go. And, well, I mean, it's early morning, so I tell you what, he's up to no good at early mornings. I mean, well, we'll leave it at that one. We're on air, Housey. Straighten up, mate. Straighten up. Well, I mean, I've gone through a few there, Mr. Suicide 5. As, well, you can, well, anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Yes, 109.5.
You nearly gave it away there.
Oh, well, I nearly gave it away.
You nearly said as well as you know, but you stopped yourself.
I stopped
So
myself.
the secret, ladies and gentlemen, is help. He done it to himself.
Oh, well, there you go. It's too early, mate. It's too early. And, yes, Curtis out there as well. Currently with the 109.5. Oh, he's not going to go again. They're all going to stop.
No,
They're all going to stop. Come on, son, wake up. They're all going to bloody stop. And, well, there you go. Kaiserhoff out there on an outlap, making another appearance. So we're going to stick with him. Come on, guys. Get in the chat. Of course, yes, we've got 6 minutes remaining. And this is the session where nothing really much happens for a few minutes, Housey. And, well, there we go. So, Tom, go pro, first time chatter. Well, mate, Tommy, there he is there. And I missed that. I do apologise there, mate. And, well, he's sitting out there. He's in the garage at the moment. He's probably going to do just a one run here, mate, by the look of things.
Yeah, probably all the tyres he's got left after spending them in that Q1, Q2 session. Sloth is ahead of Kaiser here on an invalidated lap. His fuel light is screaming, so I presume he's going to go in, but we'll just watch on board with Kaiser. Then Kaiser will be the next one, obviously, to get this laps underway. Let's go for a couple of stats then while we watch Kaiser. He's going to be the only car on track. You can watch him on screen. Skate, cut me off if you need to. We'll just run through a couple of statistics. So Pease extends his gap to Droftus in the championship this week, as I make it. Droftus extends to Pills. Pills extends to DJ. DJ is sitting about...
Well, I mean, that's a Suicide 5 special. There's a lot of extensions
here we go.
there,
He's going to be there again. Yeah, he's going to be there again. So Sloth gaining on DJ this week and extending his lead on Andenge, who is missing tonight. Kaiser had closed the gap to Curtis this week. Extremist has lost ground to 10th position. Bannister has lost ground to P14. He sits 15th at the moment. Energetics has closed his gap to Mikey G in front of him.
Whoa, sorry, mate. Kaiser, I tell you what. Oof. Did he get that all a little bit wrong into 8 and 9? Got away with it. He's still up. It cost him a heap of time there, Housey. And, well, I mean, I think it'll be this second. He needed a good exit. But carry on, mate. Sorry, bud.
He can back out of this one. That's right. He can back out of this one. He's got plenty of time. Obviously, a few other lads on the track now, which I'm wary of. So, yeah, Nico, I was talking about that. Closed the gap to Energetics ahead of him in the championship. Last week, most places gained in a race for the season for Energetics, as we touched on earlier, 8, so that's the best for him this season. Best finish last week for Nico as well, P7, so congratulations to him. All shot with his equal best finish last week as well, P6. We need to pause here. Who's the reserve? No, it's Tom Go on an outlap. So, yeah, most DNFs this season from the Euro side last week, that was 6. So that's the most we've had this season in a race in the Euro division. Worst result for Cadbury's last week as well, just the 1-car finish. Bloom we've touched on, still to make his Q3. Pills, Droft and Sloth then, they're all in a battle for the most Q3 appearances. They've all got 18 at this point in time going into this one. Pease, after the fastest lap last week, now has the most fastest laps with 6. Extremist and Sam Newton are the only 2 drivers not to finish a race without a penalty, or to finish a race penalty-free, whichever way around you like to call it. Pills, Sloth, Mikey G, Kaiser and Energetics have all lost more positions than they've gained over the season. So their ratio has lost more than they've gained, which is an interesting one, I thought. That's just something I've noticed this week, as we've got, is it DJ about to cross the line here?
It is.
Still looks like he's warming his time.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. He does improve. I don't think he was happy with his lap. I don't know what the go that was there, Housey. He is on another one, of course. It looks like he's pushing it in. No, is he? Oh, I don't know, mate. We'll just wait and see how he goes. No, yeah, he's definitely on one. Another one here. I think he might have mucked up his lap as Tommy's about to take the line. Let's just see what he's got. Yeah. He's about to take the line any second now. He goes to the left-hand side of the track at 109.004. As well, who else is out there on a run? Who is that?
Curtis, sorry.
Curtis, exactly right. And we believe that is nearly 2 tenths up on his previous best time, of course. And, well, plenty of time to think about entry of 13. This is where people get it all a bit wrong. You can really take as much of the entry, but it's the exit that gets you. It's the exit that gets you. And most Ramsell's asking for most drivers of the day as well. Curtis, a 109.001. Great from you, mate. Great from you, as the Extremist is invalidated and I Am Sloth is out there. It looks like DJ is having another stab at it. He's slower. So we'll stay with Sloth. his teammate, one of the other oily boy, the pot one oily boy.
Ooh,
And,
goes round.
well, there we go. There we go. I am Sloth about to set his time. We're going to stay with this. He's not where he wants to be, as Walker has retired from the session. Where's he done that? In the garage. And, well, he doesn't think he can improve. A 109.031 as Sloth goes a 108.7. As how's it going, lads? From yes, everyone, how are you? Good to see all you there. And well, there we go. Who did we say that was? That was Pease. I do apologise.
He's backed right out of it.
He certainly has.
He was up as well.
Oh, who
which
is that? That's Curtis. Curtis is going again. And Curtis, well, I'll tell you what, I wasn't expecting Pease to be so slow there. He's about to set another lap here. Curtis's fuel line is absolutely screaming at him. What's he got? I reckon this is better than his previous. It certainly is. Throws him up into P4. Knocks DJ down to P5. DJ's invalidated.
Tell you what,
He's got 20 seconds to get to the
DJ
line.
could be in trouble.
I'm sure he's going to get it done.
Just about.
Has he got?
Yeah, I think he's just about going to make it.
He's just going to make it. We're going to keep an eye on
yet?
this house. He's going to keep an eye on this.
Yeah, he's just about do it, I think.
Quite comfortably. Just 5 seconds to spare.
So it's his teammate of Sloth. He's invalidated.
So Sloth is done.
Yep,
Got Pillars out there purpling the middle sector.
Going quickly.
And I tell you what, Pillars, but he's not leaving nothing a chance. He knows maybe Pease might be playing some games here of slowing right up on that.
Down.
Is he down? Is he? He certainly is, and he's
down
bailed.
again.
Pease has bailed.
Done.
Pillars has done it. Pillars will take pole position. And there you go. He's invalidated. He'll be screaming right now. I think he hasn't realised. Has he realised? All right, he'll realise now. He certainly will, because Pease is done. Curtis out there on track is invalidated. DJ is up. DJ is up. And let's just see where he is at the second sector. 1/10 up. How's he? Oof, for 1/10. It puts him around the realms
Not
of
going to be enough, though.
Well, it's going to put him next to his teammate. And that's exactly what it's all about. And, well, let's just see what DJ, the resident Hardy, come on, has got in the bag. And, well, let's just have a look at this, Housey. Let's have a look at this. He likes this tractors, DJ. Takes plenty of the entry. Stays well away from the wall of champions. And he's going to improve. He's going to improve. It's just a matter of how much. P3. P3 from DJ. What a last sector. And I tell you what, mate, he is on here. He is on. Look at those top three. Holy shit. That's like 900s, not even 800 separating them. And that is a fantastic Q3 session. Wow, Nico in the pit did not really improve on his one, but that was a great lap from DJ Death Dragon. But Pillars taking pole here.
Yep, great session then. Closing out the Q3 session. Wait for the AI cars to do their tang. And then we will move our tang. They're 33 and a third tangs.
You are appealing to Slothy boys and the extremists' heartstrings right there, mate. As we do know those boys love a good tree. And, well, there you go. So Pillars out there on top. And, well, what? Look at that. Look at that. Look at the times. Holy moly.
I know.
85 thousandths between the top three. We're in for a cracker. I am Sloth. Look at that. 2/10 off the pace in P4. Curtis in P5. Tommy in P6. Walker making a comeback. And, well, he's getting himself ready for the next season as well. P7. The extremist there he is there in P8. Kaiserhoff in P9. And Nico P10. So how's he? I mean, this track never disappoints. It always throws up stellar racing. And really looking forward to getting our teeth stuck into this one, mate. It is going to be a wet race, so let's not forget about that. And, well, let's just hope. Let's just see which way the boys have gone. I mean, if they put their wet setups on, I dare say most of them would have. We are in parc ferme conditions. So, I mean, the only thing you can adjust, really, is tyre pressures and the front wing. And that is it. That is it. So it's all about how you set the car up. Yeah, well, that's exactly right. The new Portonian.
Like rain, didn't
he did, but I mean, if it's intermediate conditions, it'll be intermediate conditions. And well, as we wait for these boys to load in, of course, and this is taking an awfully lot longer. But yeah, as you did say there, Housey, patience is a virtue.
Patience, yeah, good things come to those who wait.
Yes.
And good things come in small packages. Wait for the comment from Suicide 5.
Oh yeah, baby. That's what he would say. Anyway, let's not give away too many of his secrets. But
I think we're going to be in this year. I think we're
yeah,
going to be in this.
well, it looks pretty miserable out there, to be honest. I mean, better them than us, mate, on a wet Canada. There's some that like it in the wet. You love it.
I like it.
I
Yeah.
know you do.
I like it.
But then again, you love the hard compound tyre absolutely everywhere. So, I mean,
Yeah,
take that
okay,
as
let's
you
not put those two
will.
together. I like it, and yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't sound good.
Well, we're appealing at somebody's
Not
heartstrings.
this time of the year, anyway.
Well, oh, I mean, waiting for the comment to come, mate, from you know who. But there he is. As Pillars on top, P's in P2. Of course, they are all on the inters. They all should have short filled. You cannot burn fuel in the wet. You tend to save fuel. I am Sloth P4, Curtis in P5. Tommy is there in P6 with unbelievable closing speed. Woof. Be careful there, Tommy. We've got Walks in there in P7. The Extremist, P8. Kaiserhoff, P9. And Nico round out the top 10.
Yeah, we got Ramsel then in 11th. Bannister going from 12th. Just Mikey from 13th. Chewy from 14th. Callum Tyler from 15th. Bloom will start P16. Mikey G starts 17th. And 18th will be the new Portanian Drofters. Just one thing I wanted to bring up whilst I'm flicking through these myself is I'm just going to run you through the names. So Walker,
Well, look at these
Kaiser.
two. Look at these two buddies. Buddies are sort of saying, hello, mate. Hello, mate. How are you? How are you back there, Droft? Is what Walker's doing. It's Chino Walker giving him some stick. And, well, Droftas has got a monumental task. Gives his mate a bit of a kiss on the rear wing there. That was very close. Look how close the two Welshmen are on track. And, well, Droftas looking to fire up, of course. Yes, P2 in the championship. Didn't qualify. Had some family over, he did say, I think from Singapore. So a big shout out to Droftas' family if they're watching. I hope they're watching. Jesus, Droft, you better have got them watching. And, well, there you go. There you go. As, here we go. Here we go, the final, well, line up here, Housey, before we get to these famous 5 red lights.
Yeah, so Mikey G under-fueled there. Kaiser, the Extremist, and Walker, all with their fuel lights on to start with. That was one thing I just wanted to note. You watch the front, I watch the rear.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Any moment now we're going to see some lights.
And lights are gonna come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Hang on, we'll play some audio in this. Ready?
Let's go! Let's go! Come on!
There you go. Let's go!
Ooh.
Let's go!
Come on.
Let's go!
Patience.
Come on!
Patience.
This looks lovely.
Yeah, we haven't seen this for a little bit, don't I say?
Oh, we've got race strategies coming up. Something's working except for the light. Everything's working but the lights. We've got green flags. So the race director have said, well, Ramsell needs to rejoin. The chiropractor busting backs and doing heads in. Come on, chiropractor. Let's go. Chiropractor, you need to rejoin, mate. Leave and rejoin. And because you are the one apparently holding this procedure up.
Perfect strategy then. Letting everybody else's tires cool.
There we go. He's left. We got some lights. We got 5 lights. Anti-climax. And we are go here at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. Well. Pillars get a lot of wheel spin, and that's opened the door for Peas. Oh no! He's bottled it already off the line. Oh Jesus! Pillars is coming back. There's a little bit of contact. So far, so good. Who is that falling down the order there, Housey?
There's a few of them. We got, I think it was Curtis. There's certainly contact between Rothmans and a reserve. Curtis. There's a blast from the past in the chat. Meep. Hello, Meep.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Perfect
it's all of the extremists with the potato Wi-Fi. That's funny. That is funny. Of course, the extremist being an Irishman. And, well, there you go. Kaiserhoff in battle. Kaiserhoff in battle with the chiropractor. There he is there. Is he in the car? Let's just have a check. Yes, he certainly is. So it's all good. It's all good. Tommy is having a good look at DJ, and DJ has swapped with Sloth. And, well, he's under pressure here from Tom. Only lap 1, folks. Only lap 1. Walker has lost a few positions. He started in P7. Oh, he's gone deep. He's gone well deep. It's opened up the door. It's opened up the door for Ramsell. Ramsell senses a move. Here comes Just Mikey as well. And I'll tell you what, Walker got away with that one.
No, Just Mikey's going to do him though. Here.
So is Ramsell. Ramsell's a double overtake.
Ramsell's looking at both, yeah. Is he going to send it up the inside?
Oof.
I'll tell you what, fair play Ramsell. Having to quit, rejoin, get back in the car, opening lap. He's done all right. Fair play. Tip of the cap to Ramsell.
I'll tell you what, Pillars did get back by Pease, of course. And, well, I thought he mucked it up there, Howsey. He got a monumental amount of wheel spin coming off that line, and Pease seen it, and he took it. And I'll tell you what, we've missed how that Pillars got back by Pease. Well, Pillows got back by Pease.
Pillows,
yeah. And, well, there he is there. Race neutralised. VSC. We have a VSC, Howsey.
Yeah, that was Callum. That was Callum. I think that was for Callum. Callum's got no nose.
Well, let's have a look at the replay at the start anyway. I'm pretty sure I do have it while the boys are under yellow. And yes, I certainly do have a look at this. Look at the wheel spin he got, and Pease takes that. And Pillars says, no, you don't, son. They will bang a little bit. No, they do not. Well-respected move. And, well, there you go. There you go. So that was job done, and Pease took the lead. So, well, Pillows has taken it back off him. And, well, there you go. Still under yellow flagged conditions, of course. VSC is out. And, well, Pillars leading this one. Pease P2, Slothy Boy in P3. We've got DJ Death Dragon in P4 and Tommy in P5. This is a very long VSC. This is a very... Oh, there we go. We're under green. Now it goes green. Thank you very much, Cody's. And have a look at this. Exactly right there, Fury. Yes, mate. Spot on there, my friend. Opposite. Exact opposite, mate. It was dry in quali, a wet race here, and a wet quali and a dry race in the Aussie division. And Callum is done. Where has he done that? Where's he done that? His dots disappeared on my screen. It's gone.
Like last week, yeah. Curtis has hit the pit wall. Alright, you take over for a second. I'm going to see if I can do some investigation.
No problem at all there, mate. No problem at all. So we've got Nico Rosberg still having a good look at Tom. What's that, mate?
It says terminal damage for Callum, so he must have made a mistake on the track. Surely. Sector 3.
Now Fury's thinking a big strat call, of course. Big advocate for the aggressive strat. And, well, did a stellar job in the Aussie side as well. He got caught out with a bad safety car and, well, he fought his way back to take P3 in the end. Ramsell is getting by Just Mikey, and that is for 9th position. And have a look at Dropdas. Well, Dropdas going under the radar. He's already up into P11. And, well, there we go. There we go. Oh, I'll tell you what. You see what's going on in front. He's got to be patient.
Yeah.
He's got to be patient.
Cool. Callum's then blaming Cody's for this one. We'll see. Droftus then up 7 places. He's the biggest mover so far on these opening 4 laps. Who else have we got? Nico just getting a penalty there. First one to get the penalty.
Oh, that's the problem. Look at the, I tell you what, Droftas is hurting at the moment. He's it's costing him time, starting to pick his way through. But from Mikey and up, it's not going to be as easy for him, of course. Mikey doing a great job to keep the Newportonian at bay. Of course, no DRS. It's all about entries, exits, and mid-corner speed. Look at the run. Look at the run. Is he going to chance it? No, he's not. No, he's not. He's going to wait. Droftas is going to wait. Well, I mean, he's a wily old fox. He knows that any damage around here is stupid. You go for a move, it is stupid. You're only going to end up second best. He knows that. He knows that. Look at that. And he's more confident on the brakes. He's going to rely on an exit here. He's going to rely on an exit here. He's got Mikey G behind him, and there you go. There you go. Look at that. Just Mikey makes a mistake. Too early on the power. Dropdas gets the job done. True, no damage. And if you're watching, boys, that is how you do it in conditions like this. Ramsell in P9. He's crept left, right, up the back of Bannister here, mate. He's looking to get P8. I'll tell you what, the chiropractor's turned up as well. And, well, there we go. It's meant to be raining all Grand Prix there, Fury, as what Dropta said. So, I don't know. I don't know if you can guess that. I mean, it's Codemaster, so who knows. But anyway, yes, P's on the back of pillars. Or pillows, I should say. Pillows.
On two, aren't they?
They certainly
On
are,
two,
mate.
Making a break for it. The Texaco boys, the Oily boys, still in third and fourth, to be fair.
I'll tell you what,
Extremely
DJ and
sloppy.
Sloth this season always seems to be very close together, don't they? Very
It's
good
not much
wingmen to
difference,
each other.
Hang on a minute. What is it? 4 points in the championship table at the moment between the two.
Whoa,
So-
Ramsell! Ramsell got by the Bannister, but Bannister, wow, very late on the brakes. Had to go, avoiding action there, mate. And, well, he's slotted into P9 as we say hello to Wabby Boy. Wab Stappen, good morning, mate. How are you, my friend? And, well, evening
Well,
for
good
you,
evening.
of course. And, well, Tommy there in
Loftus.
P6.
Loftus just making another place up to P9, then gets past his teammate Bannister. Maybe some team orders there, perhaps. But Droftus looking like he had the best exit anyway. So Droftus up 9 now into P9. Gap stabilising generally through the field. Gap at the front floating around, I don't know, anything from 2.5 tenths to half a second. He's maybe just sitting wisely behind Pills at the moment,
Well-
but the front two have got their gap to 2 seconds.
I mean, this is all about the mistake. There is no DRS, of course, there, Housey, and it's about the amount of pressure you can put on the guy in front. It's very difficult to pass here, especially in this version of the spec of the car, of course. They're not the 22 spec, and very difficult to, well, to really creep up and make the move work when you don't have that DRS available. It is so super critical, entries and exits, and all about the run. There is a long back straight, and I'll tell you what, it is critical. Oh, he's got a chance, and no, he doesn't. He backs out of it, and he lives to fight another day as Mikey G all over the back of Just Mikey here. And let's just see what he's got. Is he going to go late under brakes? No, he's not. He's going to rely on a good exit here, just like what Droftas did. And let's just see if he can make this work. But that's the thing, Housey. I mean, Just Mikey doing that beautifully. And these boys know that it's not as easy as just once you get there, it's considered a given to get the overtake done. It is not. It is so difficult to pass here. So difficult to pass anywhere with no DRS in this game, of course. And, well, there you go. Mikey G is experiencing that as we speak. Droftas was able to pick his way through. He's caught up to the back of Ramsell, but just Mikey G not having the time of it, of course. He was behind Droftas a couple of laps ago. Let's not forget that. He sees his Welshman, his countryman, well, take off ahead of him, and he's just trying to hang on as we'll flick back up to the top because it looks like Pillows is starting to put the foot down, mate.
Yeah, P's maybe just a slight mistake on that lap. Just edged the gap to 0.7 did Pillows up at the front, but who are we to second guess P's? I mean, he's just absolutely a freak this season. So I'm not going to second guess what he's doing at all. Sloth's got past his teammate in DJ then, so maybe DJ's made a mistake actually because...
Well, he doesn't
Sloth
just got
dropped
by him,
DJ.
he's got well by him, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. We've missed that somewhere along the line, unfortunately. But yes, Sloth up into P3 then. DJ sits P4. The Extremist having a great run here in P5. Tom Go, the reserve, still up there in 6th. Nico doing a solid job again in 7th. Ramsel 8th. Droftus in 9th, catching, as Skate said a few laps ago, catching Ramsel in front. Bannister rounds out the top 10. Mikey G still looking on the hunt here
Yeah, he's going to...
against his virtual namesake.
That's exactly right there, Housey.
Problem is braking, isn't it? The problem with the wet is without the DRS, it wouldn't be probably so bad if it was dry. You could at least make a late move on the brakes, but with the wet track and the brakes, it's just very difficult to try and make a late braking move, especially if some of these boys running no ABS. It makes it even harder.
Well, it's
obviously.
patience personified, isn't it, Housey? And, well, I mean, that's
The
exactly...
time is losing though. Look at your
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
He's right
Look, he's right behind him,
like
but
5 seconds.
you can't
5
get on...
seconds he's dropped.
And then it forces you into... Well, it doesn't force you into it, but then it gets tricky because you're playing the mental game, and we've got a VSC. It gets tricky because you play the mental game and you get impatient, and it's all about your racecraft from that point on. And the boys that get impatient usually end up with front wing damage. And, well, I mean, these guys do know this, and tricky conditions. as Pillars is in that, well, I was going to say the glorious 1 second, but we're not going to see dry conditions here at all, allegedly. We're on lap 9, or approaching lap 9 right about now, Housey. Pillars leads this one
the
from Peace.
VSC was caused by Walker, I believe. I think he hit the wall of champions, or coming off of the wall of champions, maybe took a glancing blow. He's got no nose at the moment, down in 17th place, so he's trundling back to the pits here. I believe that is what the VSC is for. Nico then, actually, interestingly, taking the box here. I was going to say there's no real point in pitting with these if it's just going to be inters all the time.
You don't need to.
But
If you
Nico,
can make them stretch, Housey, you don't need to box. But he's going for a front wing. Yeah, that's right. So I was going to say, I mean, if you can keep your tyres, depending on the race conditions, of course, don't need to stop.
Maybe later.
Don't need to change compounds in wet conditions, whether it be the full wet, whether it be the inter. As just Mikey whack, drive-through penalty, and that's not what you wanted, mate. He was doing a stellar job in front of Mikey G. Mikey G is probably breathing a sigh of relief.
He's happy though.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But he's got, well, look what's happening in front of him. There you go. He's still got to get the job done on track. He might be happy, but he's still got to get the job done. He's still behind him, and that is what it matters. We are under green, and Droftas is all over Ramsell. Ramsell getting all loosey-goosey. Under green, trying to be a bit eager on the power. And Droftas sensing blood. Look at this, look at this. Let's see what he's got. Droftas is doing a stellar job. Ramsell gets a good exit, though, and I don't think Droftas got enough, but he might. Puts a bit of battery on. Let's just see what he's got. Nah, it's the ultimate equaliser. Look at it. It is the ultimate equaliser. Look at that. There's no chance. And well, Kaiser whacked 3-second time penalty for him. And where is Kaiser on the list? P15. As Droftas has to go around again, of course, and bide his time ever so much more as the leaders start to break away yet again. Housey keeping within that half a second range of each other, just shadowing each other, waiting for someone to make the mistake. This is high pressure moments. Of course, Pillars being the season 1 champ, P's being the season 2 champ, and leading the season 3 championship. There you go. They are battling. They are old sparring partners. And if this is anything to go by, I think Pillows wants a great season 4, and this is all about preparation. He knows that this season is pretty much wrapped up for him. It's just a matter of getting his continuity back, getting his form back, because he has gone missing this season to his own admission. As we'll go down to DJ. DJ and Slothwell, that mistake he might have made there, Housey. Now it's dropped him right back
on his own.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that seems to be, well, no disrespect to DJ, he's doing a great job. But this is reminiscent of a few Grand Prix there, Housey, where he's sort of found himself by himself, hasn't he? And that is very difficult at the best of times to keep your head. It's just to keep yourself focused. That is one of the toughest things to do when you've got no reference and you're racing all Grand Prix, all on your own.
Oh, Nico's out. Sorry to cut you off there. Exit of turn, 10, the hairpin. That little kink of 11. Nico's lost it on the power.
There he is there. That is a safety car.
So our first DNF goes to Nico, unfortunately.
Our second DNF.
Second DNF. First one I forgot about, Callum. My apologies, Callum. How could I ever forget about you? But I did.
Yeah, you were first at something there, Callum. You were first at something.
You can have a go at me for something else. Just giving him fuel for fire.
Well, he was pretty quick in the chat there to say first, mate. But anyway, there we go. Pillars, P's. Well, it's going to be interesting, mate. Who is going to box? They all should stop. They all should stop. Get rid of the rubber and run to the end and make it comfortably.
Yeah, a few of them deciding to come in, obviously.
Yeah, you would.
The background
Absolutely,
you would. The leaders coming in?
Yes, they are.
Let's have a look. Yeah.
Everyone should be in. Everyone should be in. Get rid of that rubber, and you wouldn't have to rely on anything. It's a comfortable run home from here. You will not need to stop again. These inters can stretch a hell of a lot long. And well, there you go. This is this changes absolutely everything. This sort of neutralises it in a way that well, it is a free hit. This is all going to be done out on track if it's going to happen. Barring no safety cars here, Housey.
Oh my God! If that was the AI That is crazy.
Can you
Callum's just DM'd me.
send it to me, please?
That
Howzy?
is
Or send it to me,
that
please,
is
Cal.
brilliant.
I'd like to have a look, mate.
That is funny. To be fair, if that's the AI, okay, the AI in the steward's office for that one, because that is comical. To be fair.
Well,
So then, under safety car, you'll pick it up in a minute. So let's have a look at the penalties for this point in time, shall we? Extremist sat in 5th with 3 seconds. Just Mikey out there in 12th with 3 seconds. Kaiser already up onto 9 seconds. And Walks down there in 16th with 3 seconds. The only ones with the penalties at this point in time. We might as well have a look at positions change whilst we're in the menus. Droftus up 11, biggest gainer at the moment. He does have that record of 18 places in a race from earlier on in the season, so going to be hard pushed to do that today, but he might get somewhere close to it, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see.
well,
Biggest loser so far. 10. Go on.
just having a laugh in the chat. On call with the
Oh, I
picture
see.
sending.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, been sent two today. I feel privileged.
Well, he's feeling a bit left out. Is the Suicide 5, mate?
Begin lap 12 then. So again, not even halfway through here. And this should be hopefully the last lap under the safety car. Field a little bit spread though here, isn't it?
It is a little bit there,
car
Howsy.
back.
It really is.
It's Curtis. I mean, they're going to have the whole lap, so they've got plenty of time.
Don't leave me hanging, Howsy. Send it, mate. Send it. We are under safety car. It's the best opportunity I'm going to have to look at it. I want to look at it. Oh, that probably can't. Wait, hang on a minute. Of Callum's accident.
Yeah. I don't know how to copy it from here. Copy link, hang on. You know me in technology.
Just share it, mate. Just share it. Hold it. Share me. Oh, Callum sent it. Callum sent it. Thank you, Callum. Let's have a look at this.
Ruined me thunder. I've just figured out how to do it. There we go.
You can still send
You
it
can
now.
have it
He
twice.
still sent it.
Yeah.
He still sent it.
Got it. Just to prove I can.
Wow. Oh my God, Callum.
Are you seeing that?
How good
What
is
is that?
that? What is that? What is that? I'm broadcast reporting Codemasters for being a bellend. And there you go. There you go. Blocking. Oh, Jesus. If that was AI, that is disgusting. Poor Callum. The second son has been robbed. He's more like the adopted son now. And there you go. Oh, Walker. Well, we Walker.
Down, Walker.
I'll tell you what.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Shit.
It's
He
causing
nearly went into the
confusion.
back of Sloth. And Sloth, what's Sloth? Why is Sloth so slow? Why is Sloth
Walker,
so slow?
I think Walker was a lap down. He definitely got passed by the leaders earlier on. I don't know whether it's causing some confusion in the tree here. And whether Walker's trying to unlap himself or whether they're trying to let him unlap himself.
There you go.
I think the boys maybe...
No, Sloth's got to go completely off track. He's there.
Yeah, you've got to go completely...
You've got to go completely off track, Sloth. If you're listening, you've got to go completely off track, mate. That's it. There you go. And job done.
Should let him
that
now.
should let him through. And there you go. So if anyone's listening, pillars, peas, if Walker's trying to unlap himself, you've got to go completely off track for this to happen, of course. And, well, Walker's trying to make the best of a bad situation. Slothy boy doing him a solid. They're doing the reserve a solid.
Yeah,
Walker,
very smart, very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. He needs to... Is that Peas now? Peas, if that's the way. I think he's up behind Peas now, is he not?
There he is.
Yeah, he is. So Peas and Pills...
Oh, he's got to wait, Walker. You got to wait. He's gone off track. Has he done it? Is it allowed? Is it allowed? Yes, it's allowed him. It's allowed him. So
Yeah,
the boys are obliging. I'll tell you what. Look at this. Oh, well, let's see if Pillars gets... This is the guy that could change. Is he going to do it? He's going to do it. He is going to do it. Oh, Walker.
Yeah,
Walker's been...
unfortunately,
Oh, there you
It
go.
went wrong for Peas, though. It went wrong for Peas. Sloth, unfortunately, it made Sloth keep the place of second while they were
Nah,
trying
Sloth
to
will give it back. Sloth will give it back.
He will give it back. I'm sure he will give it back. But
Or maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't know,
I'll tell you
mate.
what,
Let's
I'll
not.
tell you
Let's.
what, That is smart driving from this lot. If only they'd have clicked onto it slightly earlier. But I tell you what, smart driving there. Very, very smart from these boys. I mean, credit where credit's due. On the fly. That's very clever. Walker's still going to be obviously a long way behind, but at least he's going to be on the lead lap. So we're going to get going.
Oh, Slot's not going to give him. Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's done a slight lift. He's given that spot back.
Yeah.
That is great
Well
sportsmanship.
done,
Look at that. That is how
Brilliant.
you do it. That's what we expect. And look at that. The boys in this division always lead the way.
Example, right there.
Exactly right. And Slothy Boy, well, he's relinquished that P2. And Pease can now start focusing on pillars or pillows, as we did say. And, well, I mean, this is going to be a run to the end, barring no safety car. Droftas already up into P5 housing, and he's got DJ. DJ is under the pump.
He's going to be here. Obviously, Droftas had the pace, started right down the back. So up 13 places is Droftas now, up into P5. You can see his fellow Pot 1 aliens ahead of him, obviously, with DJ there too. Hills has got a penalty.
Oh,
Ooh, how costly could that be?
Pillows. That's done. That is done. That's going to hurt. Unless Pease gets one, which Pease very rarely gets one. That is going to hurt.
Just around the outside. Here, can he get a better exit than DJ? Sometimes the better way, and it is. Look at the drive Droftas can get. Perfectly done from Droftas. That outside line around that turn 10 hairpin is the where to be for an overtake. It's not up the inside at all. It's definitely around the outside. So close again on this lap here, but I expect it to settle down in terms of, Ramsell. I just flipped Ramsell when he got a penalty. Wall of Champions, and he's given Tom Go a run here as well with a poor exit.
Oh, hang on a minute. Tommy around the outside. That's risque. But it'll become the inside for turn 2. And, oh, no, hang on a minute. Oh, Ramsell's gone deep. This is going to carry on. There you go. Ramsell with the better purchase around the outside. There you go. Tommy with a bit of wheel spin, because there is a bit of a hump there at the inside of turn 3. And getting it all wrong as the extremist pops another one. And there you go, in P6, as we'll flick down to the bottom, because just Mikey and Kurt, look at this battle. Bloom is almost looking like a cork in the bottle here. P11, P12, P13, P14. And there is Chewy, the 2 reserves at the back of the grid. Walker getting blessed by the boys, allowing him to get through on the grid, of course, under safety car, getting himself unlapped as Kaiserhoff cops a 3-second time penalty. Tommy is still all over the back of Ramsell here, and I'll tell you what, Housey, Ramsell is doing a great job.
Yep, brilliant job from Ramsell at the moment, up in P7. He's under the pump from Tom though. Mikey G's starting to make moves as well, or trying to make moves. Back in P10, just been keeping half an eye on that. Pease is close to Pills here. Very, very close. Probably the closest he's been. Is he going to make a move up into turn 1? Pease. Oh, he thinks about it. He locks up. No ABS for Pease. For sure. Locked up there into turn 1. Still gets it into turn 1 though, nicely. So, good job from Pease there, showing his class. No ABS. Locked it up and still made the corner. Good driving from Pease. Mikey G maybe is the gap to look at here against Bannister. As Curtis gets past Bloom. As you said, maybe that cork in a bottle for Bloom. Not to be disrespectful, because we love you, Bloom.
I'll tell you what though, Housey, Bloom just Mikey Kaiser. Look at Kaiser. Kaiser, well, no disrespect to the boys in front of him, but Kaiser is a quicker driver. Well, he has been this season anyway. And there you go. Look at the run he's got. And he's just going to get this one done on just Mikey. And that is job done. That is a good move. Well done to you, Kaiser Hoff. And now he's got Bloom. He's dispatched.
That's a good move, isn't it? That was brilliant. I like that. Oh, good move, isn't it, blood? Yeah.
I was trying to fit in there, Housey.
Down with the kids. Nice. Love it.
Oh, Bloom! Oh, this could open the door for Kaiser, but no, he's got some good traction still as Bloomy boy. And, well, look at this. No, he's coming. He should get this one done into 13, 14. He should get it done. As Pillar sets the fastest lap. There you go. Droftas beats it with a 1:18.8 as Kaiser gets that job done up in a 12. Well done.
Mikey G and Bannister side by side into turn 1. Mikey G getting this move done, I think. A little bit of kissing of tyres, but just about gets it done. So Mikey G up to P9. Gap's starting to stabilise a little bit now. That just Mikey closing in on Bloom down there. So Bloom, yeah, really struggling a little bit here. After that restart, Curtis now closing in on the back of Bannister and his teammate. Will we see team orders here over P10? As you touched on skate, obviously Curtis probably does have the pace on Bannister, but as we've said earlier, this wet condition's more of an equaliser. Hamsel picks up a penalty. We'll not get carried away too much with the penalties. We'll check on them later. I mean, it's a difficult track for penalties here. Oh, this is, yeah, there you go. Bannister moving out the way for his teammate. Gives him plenty of room into that turn 10 hairpin, as I was saying. Plenty of penalties to be had on this track. I think on the Australian side earlier, I think there was 2 drivers to finish, and that was a dry race without any penalties, so very tough one here for the track limits. Peas and pills then. Again, back to about where we were before safety car. About that, let's say on average, half a second gap between those two. One of the closest battles on field at the moment, actually. Kaiser, Bloomstar, just Mikey down, fighting over 12th, 13th and 14th. Kaiser makes a little mistake back there. Might give Bloomstar a run, it does. Bloom has to back out of it, further back down. And you're watching Peas and Pills here.
Oh, hang on a minute. Kaiser's got it wrong. Kaiser's got it wrong. Whacking the wall. He's got no nose. He needs a new front wing. That is a virtual safety car. That has neutralised the race. The rain is still falling, Housey. The rain is still falling. We have passed the halfway point of the Grand Prix. There cannot be a dry line forming because the rain is falling. And there you go. I mean, well, just comment on Fury's comment there. I mean, you're trusting Cody's to get the spray right? Come on, Fury. The rain is falling, the track is wet. I don't think it'll dry up, mate. I don't think it will dry up. It's not meant to dry up. And whatever that dud Jeff is saying, just don't listen, mate. Just don't listen. As we've got a VSC. And, well, I mean, race neutralised DJ. I tell you what, he's just fallen off a little bit, Housey. He's there in P5. And, well, I mean, falling.
The rest than he really
he's a little bit. He seems to be there and thereabouts. Just that next little step he's trying to take. It's getting there. He's narrowing that gap. But, mate, he finds himself in that place in between the top 4 and the next group of cars, doesn't he? Yet again. And the Extremist has turned up this week, of course. He's having a great race in these conditions. Tommy out there in the reserve, P7. He's caught right up to the back of Extremist. So we're going to see some battles. We're going to see some battles happening out there. Exactly right there, Fury. Cannot trust it. Cannot trust it, so you don't trust it. And there you go. Tommy out there, P7, as I did touch on. As we'll flick down to Mikey G. He's caught right up the back of Ramsell here, mate. And, well, you can see the speed that Mikey G has got. But as we did touch on, no DRS, Housey. It just makes it super, super difficult to get the job done.
Really got to go about your business in a smart way here in these conditions. Good to see these lads doing it though. Obviously they do have the calibre and the talent to do it. Just makes the race a little frustrating. Maybe we'll see some mistakes towards the end of the race. Obviously nutrition being taken out of the drivers here. It's not easy work, to be fair. Well, the ones that are playing on wheels anyway, let's put it that way. The ones that aren't sat on their sofa with a pad in their hand with their feet up smoking a pipe. Those guys will be feeling it a little bit more. To be fair. By the end of it, anyway, certainly, the concentration, again, wet conditions, obviously, it's a bit like Monaco, or a bit more Monaco-esque with the wet conditions. Really got to keep that concentration.
Yes.
As soon as you have that lapse, that's done and dusted normally with a mistake, and especially as we were chatting before this stream, one little mistake in this division, and it's normally game over. Gap at the front, still roughly about the same. Then P's massive lock-up down into turn 10 as I went on board with him then. So P's is trying here. I don't think he's
trying. He's trying. Pillars is trying too, of course. And I tell you what, he just can't break it. It's been roughly that gap the whole Grand Prix. And Pillows is getting shadowed here by P's. And well, they're both navigating 13 and 14 quite well. And Suicide 5, I am not reading that out, but there you go. funny stuff. As DJ dropping further back a little bit here, Housey. And the Extremist does have his mirrors full of Tom Go Drop, or Tommy as we like to say. Mikey G still stuck behind Ramsell, and Chewy and Curtis are doing battle yet again. So not really many movers out there at the moment in conditions like these. It's going to be a run to the very end unless there is another safety car, Housey. And, well, there you go. Lap 22 of 35. It's going to be time to start to thinking about drivers of the day here soon, mate.
Yeah, we'll give it another couple of laps, I would say, just in case something
absolutely.
strange happens. Mikey G up 8 places at the moment. Droftus up 14 places. Droftus with a penalty though. I'll tell you what, actually, should we look at those penalties then for a quick second? We might as well. Pills up front with 3 seconds. Droftus in P4 with 3 seconds. The Extremist got 9 seconds down in P6. That's going to hurt him over the line at the moment, looking where he is in the gaps. Ramsell with 6 seconds. Again, that's going to hurt. Then we've got Bloom with 3 seconds in 11th. Just Mikey with 3 seconds in 12th. Kaiser having a shocker here. 15 seconds worth of penalties. Down in 15th. Obviously, race is pretty much done for Kaiser unless we get a good safety car and he can get back into it. But with those 15 seconds of penalties, probably not going to happen for him today. Walker then, last of the runners at the moment with 3 seconds as well. Curtis just makes a move on Mikey then, down the back straight. Just pick that up on the timing tree as you're seeing it live on screen. Brilliant job, Skate. Well done. Perfect harmony. For once, I was talking about something that you were looking at. It was good. Love it. Tom Go.
It does happen more often than not.
It does. Oh, I don't know. I never watch him back, so I don't know. You know what I mean?
It does happen quite a fair bit. But anyway, thanks for the vote of confidence, mate.
the viewers being let in here because we're not actually always looking at the same thing.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Bit late in the day to tell you now this late on in the season, but we are independently controlling cameras and screens. So what you see is the master man, Skate. I can look at different stuff. So often, as you're well aware, I'm chattering on about something else. But it works sometimes. It doesn't work about other times.
Well, I mean, the beautiful about it is we both have POVs, and of course, this being the league POV, and you doing your thing, how you do it, Housey. And, well, there you go. Curtis getting that job done. Bloom. I'll tell you what, a little bit deep there. And, well, there you go. He's got tail happy as well. He's got tail happy, and Tommy gets a time penalty. And, well, let's just have a bloody another look at this. And, well, the Extremist with 9 seconds, so nothing to worry about there. Tommy will get that job done once they cross the line, if it stays the way it is. But P's still within that half a second of Pillars. Pillars does have that 3 second time penalty there, mate. And that is going to kill him at the end.
Yeah, obviously P's wise.
I tell you what, let's just keep an eye on Droftas, because he is, what is he from the leader? Let's have a bloody look at this. Excuse me, wrong bloody column. There it is there. 3.5 seconds to the leader. He's he's got to find half a second, and Droftas will get a podium. He will not, I'll tell you what, he will get a podium.
No, Droftas got a penalty too. He's got 3 seconds as well.
Oh, he does
Hold
too.
your jets.
He does too. Well,
That was exciting for a second.
That was for me.
Yeah.
Oh, Housey, it's too early. That's 6:30 a.m. at the moment. Holy shit.
It's alright, we're creating
I
some
apologise.
It's all good, it's all good. That's again why it's always good with the two of us. We normally cover each other's mistakes. Hopefully, there's not a lot of times we both get it wrong.
Oh, well, mate, you pump it up, and there you go. I knocked it down right there. And, well, Suicide 5, you are a shocker. You are a shocker, son. We're not reading that one out either. But anyway, we'll move on. Mikey G there as well. And let's get these back up to these intervals, of course. That's a lot better. As Tommy is all over the back of the Extremist. The Extremist has dropped off a little bit here from DJ. And DJ's dropped a little bit back off the new Portonian, who is on the hunt. Look at him gather up Sloth. Look at him gather up Sloth. Dropped. Whoa! As I speak of the devil, getting all loosey-goosey. And he manages to gather the car, but dropped a little bit more time. Tom is still trying to hang on here.
Hang on a minute, what's happened this lap? Pills has now got 6 seconds worth of penalties, and Pease has picked up a 3 second too. So Slothy Boy is in prime position here.
Slothy Boy's going to take the win. Slothy Boy's going to take the win.
He is, if he can keep it clean. He's got 10 laps to keep it clean. If he's
Tell you
listening,
what.
all you got to do is keep it laps. And it's his. DJ needs to pick up a little bit of pace, but DJ on for a better finishing position too. Obviously, he's going to gain that. Well, if he can gain up some more places. 6 seconds for Pills. I'm just looking where that's going to drop him. DJ's about 8.3 back at the moment. So, not going to be quite enough, but see if it does in the last 9 laps here. Tongo can't get this move done, can he, on this trick? Every time he gets close, he either makes a mistake, or just loses a little bit of wind out of the sails.
Yeah, he does a
Yeah,
little
he's
bit there,
struggling.
Housey. He's struggling. He's still staying behind the extremist. But as we're seeing with Peas and Pillars, it's just very difficult. As we're seeing with all of them, it is so difficult to get the job done. You really need much more speed, which makes what Droftas has done all the more impressive. From dead last to P4.
Yeah, you can't take that away from him. Yellow in sector 1, I think, his walks, doing a few flick spins to get back going again. Just lost the car. Down in 16th. Anyway, it's not going to affect his race too much from. So, lap 26, I mean, I guess we probably should start thinking of the driver of the day now. Hopefully, it looks like it is going to.
It should be stable, mate. It should be stable. I'll give it a little bit longer, of course. I'll give it another couple more laps. What are they doing here as a fastest lap anyway there, Housey? Let's just have a bit of a squeeze. 1:18.6. Your Mike, Housey, in the last couple of minutes, has just gone into minute. A bit scratchy there. Not too sure what is happening, but you're cutting in, cutting out, and it gets scratchy. So maybe if you're in the controller, maybe just disconnect it and throw it back in or something like that. I'm not too sure, Housey. But yeah, a bit scratchy at the moment. Hopefully that clears up in a little bit. We've also got Tommy. He's closed right back up here to the extremist, doing a stellar job, and Kaiserhoff has started to waken up yet again, of course. He's had a Grand Prix to forget, has the Kaiser. He's down in 13th place. He's been yo-yoing up and down this grid the whole Grand Prix. And he finds himself hunting Chewy yet again. And look at the speed he's got. He's just out of position. Had a mare today, which is very unusual from Kaiser. But he will be doing his best to get back up there, no doubt, as Walker exits the pit lane. A lap down in P16. There he is there. And he is getting shown blue flags. So that is unfortunate. Tricky conditions. And he's just jumped back on the wheel. He hasn't had much practice. And, well, these are tough conditions if you haven't had much practice. But these boys at the front, I tell you what, Housey, I tell you what. Still half a second. And, well, the penalties is in favour of Peas at the moment. I'll tell you who's going to benefit is Sloth. It certainly is. As we'll go to the leader overall. And, well, Droftas, as it sits, is on the podium. As it sits, is on the podium. And guess what? He will knock Pillars off it. He will knock Pillars off it. We've got a VSC. We have a VSC, and that's not helping anybody. Race neutralised.
Trying to pick up what that was for.
I have no idea.
Couldn't see. No, couldn't see. It might have been for, who is the reserve there going slow-ish? It's Chewy, I'm not sure. Let me just check Chewy's damage.
Hey,
just going slow with the Delta. Yeah, no, looks alright. I'm not quite sure then.
Oh, hang on a minute. Walker's in the pit lane.
Walker's in the pit lane.
Let's
again,
just see what Walker does. If they got a front wing waiting for him, they most certainly do. So it must have been for Walker. Yeah, no nose. No nose at all. And that is a full front wing change. So that is a VSC. That's the reason why. Not too sure where, how, and when that happened. But there you go. That is the reason. And, well, the two reserves exiting the pit lane together. Maybe they come together. I'm not too sure. But we're going to get this one back under green any moment now.
There we go. Couldn't have fallen nicer for Pills there.
Oh, I thought he was a bit tail happy, getting on the power there, Housey. But he's managed to gather the car, and his heart would have been in his mouth. We're on lap 29 to 35, Housey. And
let's do D of the D.
Yeah, I think so. Where do you want to sit, mate? We'll sit with the leaders.
We can sit. Where's the smallest gap at the moment? It's probably Curtis, if you want to sit there. I'm not sure. He's got a big gap after he gets past Bannister, who's just probably looking like he's going to do it. So
there's Team Orders.
Why don't we sit as Sloth? Why don't we sit with Sloth? He's the man that's trying to make up the time on the track at the moment, Sloth. I'll try and just keep an eye on the timing tree while Skate draws the driver of the day vote in the Twitch land in the background. So let's have a look actually. Let me get my leader gaps up here. So Droftus yet in that window. He's only 4.5 seconds back from the leader, Hills, who has got those 6 seconds. DJ not going to make it. He's dropping time. He's 17 seconds behind the leader now, so not going to be any good for DJ in terms of jumping too much, unfortunately. Position change then. We'll have a quick look at this position change. Droftus obviously up the most positions, 14 for him. Mikey G up 9. Good job from him as well. They're the 2 biggest gainers. Bloomster actually the 3rd most highest placed gainer there, down in 13th with 3. So big stretch from Droftus with 14, Mikey G with 9, Bloomster with 3. Biggest loser, Walks at the moment, down 9 spots, currently running last. Sloth closing in here though, he's definitely closing in on these front 2. That's why I suggested maybe sitting here. Maybe Sloth doesn't want to wait for the penalties to be given out over the line. Sloth thinks he can do this on track. I mean, to be honest, what he's caught in the last few laps, got to say that maybe it's on actually. It might be on. But what he's got to be careful of here now, Sloth, is not pushing too hard. There's no need to pass these cars on the track. There is no need whatsoever. I know we all want to win. We're racers. We want to win on track, but he needs to be smart, because if he gets a penalty here, he's going to throw it away. All he needs to do is just sit and watch them. That's all he needs to do. I'm sure, hopefully, that's what he's going to do. He's closing in on Hills a little bit in front of us as well there. Getting a little bit of the toe. I don't think he's going to be far enough to make a move, although he is going to have a little feint in the mirrors of Hills up ahead. Droftus is pitted here. What's Droftus doing? Has he hit the wall? He hasn't. No nose for Droftus. So Droftus with the strange pit stop there. He's going in for a fresh set of inters. Where's the gap to DJ? DJ, I thought maybe he had a big gap to DJ behind him. Where's Droft? Not. DJ's managed to get past. He's going to be in trouble here with the extremists. Is Droft. I think he's just going to get out in front of him. He does. We've got a safety car. Why have we got a safety car? We've got one of the reserves stopped. That was Walker. That was down in turn 6, I believe. So Walker losing it. We're under safety car. My. This is going to change things. We've been waiting to do that driver of the day because things could change with the safety car. We didn't think it was going to happen. It has happened, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a safety car. And this is going to bunch the pack up. We're going to have a couple of lap dash here. It's going to be good for DJ though. DJ really played into his hands because he's clean skin at the moment. Mikey G also a clean skin. Kaius a clean skin. Bannister a clean skin. Kaiser's in the pits as we speak here. So a couple of boys opting probably to put on a fresh set if they can, if they've got the opportunity to. I'll have a look at the tyres in a second actually, just to see who did box there. Let me get out my tyres on the screen. So, yeah, fresh set for Kaiser. Bannister on a fresh set. Now the leaders of Pills, Peas and Sloth all in. They're going to be able to get rid of some of their penalties. There might be a few drivers here that can get rid of some of their penalties if they've got 5 seconds. I don't think there's many people with 5 though, so... As DJ stays out on those 20 lap old inters, so... No penalties for DJ, but he has opted to stay out here. Obviously got his teammates still in front of him, of Sloth, who we're on board with, or locked on with, on the stream. 1 lap old tyres for Droftus behind DJ, though. Obviously does have that penalty. Mikey G still out there at the moment, hasn't decided to change his tyres at the moment. As I said, Bannister and Kaiser all both on fresh tyres. Chewy on fresher tyres. Yep.
Sorry,
So
folks, we are back. There are a bit of gremlins in the background. The votes have gone out. Droftus, I Am Sloth, Mikey G, Bloom, and Ramsell is who you can vote for at the moment. Slothy Boy leading the way, and rightly so. Doing a stellar job in P3 at the moment. Currently a net P1. And this safety car absolutely does help him out big time. DJ Death Dragon not stopping here, Housey. 20 lap old inters. using this opportunity to creep right up. Then again, I'll tell you what, fresh rubber is good around here, of course, especially if the guys around you are on fresh rubber. Of course, Dropdas is going to make the most of this one. He should get by DJ on very worn inters. It's not as easy as the slick version, but Dropdas should get this job done. And we're about to go green, dare say, probably in the next lap or two.
Lap. Yeah, another lap. Obviously, GJ weighing this one up then because he's got Droftus behind on those fresh rubber, as you were alluding to there. But obviously, penalties, got 3 seconds for Droftus, 9 seconds for the extremist behind Droftus, and then 3 seconds for Tomgo. So DJ, I mean, he's got to have a really, really shocking couple of laps to be able to drop far enough to really put him out of contention. He's definitely still in the contention of a podium here. It's DJ. So the oily boys, Sloth and DJ, we could potentially have a Texaco 1-2 here.
Well, Drofdas has a penalty. Sloth is a clean skin, and viewers seeing this, Sloth leading the way, and well, value the clean skins. He is going to take the win here, Sloth, and that is a great job. And yeah, there you go, Sloth has won it. Voted by the fans. I know it's a couple of laps early, but at this stage, well, there you go. I mean, the safety car kind of ruined it, but there you go. Sloth has won it. Sloth has won it, and well, he's going to win this Grand Prix as long as he keeps his head. And love a clean skin, absolutely, absolutely. Safety car is in this lap, and well, there you go. There you go. We're going to stay with Peas because we're not going to give him any inkling on when Pillars is going to go. Pillars, this hurts Pillars. This hurts Pillars big time. He has 6 seconds. He's off the podium. He is off the bloody podium.
Yep, unless some dramatic occurrence happens, which could happen. Let's face it, we've still got 2 laps of green racing here.
Well, it's that famous saying, how's he?
It's going to be argy bargy.
Argy bargy?
Argy bargy. Bit of argy bargy. Down the old Taj Mahal.
As Pillars has gone.
Good night out.
You had to do that there, didn't you? But there you go. Pillars has gone. Peas under the pump from Sloth. Peas under the pump from Sloth. But we're going to watch Dropdas because Dropdas has got the brand new set. DJ's on worn inters. And have a look at this. Oh, the new Portonian getting racy, getting racy. Oh, what's going on in front? What's going on in front? Oh, DJ going a bit deep. Dropdas is going to get it done. Dropdas is going to get it done. He does. Up in a P4. Dropdas up in a P4. What a move from the new Portonian. And making the most. Oh, he's got a... He nearly ended himself in the wall there, Housey. He nearly did it, but he gathered the car nicely. He's got to gather his focus. And now he's got to start to creep up on Sloth. Sloth's won this. Sloth has won this. He's just got to keep his head. We've got Tomgo, Prof, all over the extremist. Oh, battles all happening everywhere. Bannister and Curtis. Bannister and Curtis. Curtis and Bannister. And Bannister gets that job done. Oh, look at this. This is fired up. 2 laps to go. 1 lap to go even. And there you go. Just Mikey all over Bloom. Bloom struggling there in P12. Does have penalties to his name. And Kaiserhoff just not having a great time of it out there. But look, I think he's going to get Chewy now. I think he's going to get Chewy. And he's like, oh, no. Chewy's got some speed too. And he's going to hold this position for that much little bit longer. As the gap starts to open up a little bit, they certainly have. And, well, we look at this. Peas and Pillars pushing. And look at that. Peas with the fastest lap. He certainly did.
So we're on final lap time. Bannister picks up another penalty. DJ's just 5.4 seconds behind the leader, so Hills might. It's
going to be close. Yeah, he's not going to do it. DJ might get P4, I dare say. And there you go. Oh, it's going to be bloody close. It's going to be close. He's on worn inters. The guys in front, they should just be pulling away. So I don't think he will do it. This lap gets a bit longer on, he's going to lose a lot more time. Boys at the front, Pillars is going to be the big loser here. He's going to cross the line, I dare say, in first place. But he's going to be off the podium. So Tommy is still behind the extremist. Just can't get the job done. And that's the thing in conditions like this. And Curtis is behind Bannister, who made that stunning move on his teammate just before. and he'll take that place as well. So let's go back up to the top because they're about to take the line now, Housey. They're going to look at the Wall of Champions for the very last... Oh, Pillars! He's giving himself another 3 seconds! What's he doing? Oh, no! P1 from Pillars across the line. Peace takes P2. Slothy Boy will win this one. Droftas knocks Pillars off the podium. He certainly does. DJ P4. DJ
Mikey
P4,
G.
Mikey G,
Woo.
Pillars P5 and 6, Tommy P7. Look at Curtis come home in P8, Bannister in P9, the Extremist in P10, Bloom P11, just Mikey P12. Oh, Chewy Racing P13, Ramsell 14th, and Kaiserhoff is our 15th driver.
Oh, I think just swapped around there. Kaiser, I think, went up to 14th. Over the line. Who was ahead of him? Ramsell with penalties, perhaps. Wow. That was a race. Two-lap sprint at the end.
It was, and well, Slothy Boy. Woof, he won.
Yeah, cracking drive from Slothy.
Absolutely, mate. Clean skin, clean skin. And rightly so, the driver of the day as well. The fastest lap does go to Pease with a 1 minute 17.600. I wonder if this is the opportunity that we're going to see Slothy Boy in the commentary box.
Come on.
He will get the invite. He will get the invite, but he might be saving it for the last Grand Prix. There is a contract out there. It is one per season for Sloth. He hasn't done one this season yet, has he? And he might be saving it for the last race, but I'll tell you what, he's done a stellar job this race, and we'll just wait for this to roll over. There we go, and, well, how many DNFs in the end? I do believe there was only 3. Yes, there was. Walker, Nico, and Callum. We lost, unfortunately. We're going to go on a brief pause, folks. We're going to get our top 3 and our driver of the day in. That being Sloth, Pease, and Droftas, and, of course, Sloth winning driver of the day as well. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well, we've just had some unbelievable revelations in the commentary box. Well, apart from Slothy agreeing to do one interview per season, yes, he has agreed. He's going to save it for the last race of the year. Pressure is on. But yes, the revelation is, folks, wait for it. It is a proud moment here. He's done it back to back. I speak of Ariel Pease. He has just mathematically made it possible that no one can overtake him. He is the Season 3 Formula 4 European Champion, Ariel Pease. But we'll get to him in just a moment. A bit of anticlimax, because we'll talk to the bloke who came third from last on the grid. Didn't set a lap because he was spending some time with the family. I hope you got the family on the stream, Droftas. P3, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was congrats Peace first, GG's. But mainly I want to thank the guys back home in the factory. It was a tough race, good strategy calls, but you know, we rise again.
We rise again, of course you do. And well, I was waiting for that famous. Well, I was hoping there was going to be a moment reminiscent of last season. I'm sure you were too. When I speak of, well, I mean, his nickname was now Pillows in the well, on the grid, of course, waiting for him to brush up against the wall and for you to make sure he was okay. But no, that didn't happen this week. Instead, he got some penalties and well, relinquished that top spot on track all the way down to P5, I do believe, in the end there, Housey.
Yeah.
Yeah, the final safety car saved those top three. I took a gamble, went onto the Inders because those tyres were going to die. There was going to be some punches from at least one of the top three. So I took the gamble, thought I'll go for the fastest lap. On pit exit, Walker's decided to try and get to Narnia via a wall.
Well, I mean, it did not work out. And yes, he did not finish the race. But nevertheless, though, Droft, stellar watching you picking through your way through the field. I mean, tough in non-DRS conditions, of course. It was wet, folks, a full inter-race. And yes, from go to woe and, well, made the job even more difficult. And so from last to P3, that's a monumental job. Congratulations on a great drive. 2 more to go. And now it's just about consolidating that P2 in the championship.
Yeah, I'm just that good, and I try.
Well, I mean, your compatriot, Mikey G, tried to follow you through there, mate, and just couldn't get it done as quick as what you could. And he ended up getting stuck behind the extremists. So job done, Droftas. And let's just see if you can hold on to that second spot.
It's easy. The other person that can get second keeps bottling things, so...
Oh, well, I mean, there you go. You heard it first from the Newportonian. Congratulations, Droftas, on a stunning drive, mate. Well done.
Good lad.
All right, we'll move to... Oh, hang on a minute, Housey, I am going to turn this audio right up. This deserves some cracking audio. Turn your volumes up, folks. This is for Pease, who's just taken out the Season 3 championship.
Let's go! Let's go! Come on!
Great job from you, Pease. Our Season 3 champion back to back. Holy moly. I mean, no one could have predicted that, but your form this season has been stunning. And well, mate, well, you've just shown exactly why you won last season. You've shown exactly why you're the man to beat. No one can catch you. It is job done with 2 races to spare. Pease. Wow, what a season. Congratulations, champ.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was easy. Everyone stinks. I'm excellent. And yeah. No, I'm just, okay. It was a fun season. It was good. I had there was a lot of races that were really close. This one where I was staring at pillars off for the whole race.
Oh.
And there's a few others where it was just neck and neck and neck. But yeah, no, it was a good season. It was a fun season.
Oh, absolutely, mate. And just be careful what you wish for at looking at someone's backside, because you know what he's like. But anyway, I mean, talk us through this season. I mean, we're going to sum up. We're going to do this at the end, though, Pease. We'll get you in all the boys that are all the pot champions. We'll get them all in at the end of the season, of course, on that last Grand Prix at the very, very end, as we did last season. But just talk us through it. I mean, this season, I mean, it just seems like you've turned up round 1. You went whack, and we all looked at it and thought, holy shit, he's gained even more speed. And, well, I mean, you've been the man to beat. just steady and consistent. But your pace has been stellar. And not only that, your race pace has been phenomenal too. You're doing great things this season. And we cannot praise you enough. I mean, no one's been able to even close that gap. You broke out in front and you've just maintained it, and if not grown on it. And the tracks that you said that you were worried about, I mean, holy moly. I mean, you smashed them out of the park. So, well, a big congratulations to you there, Peas. Nothing more can be said. I mean, just talk us through some of your highlights, mate.
Japan's a big highlight when me and Andreas turned into an airplane crash. That one was fun.
Yes.
Yeah, no, there was a few races that were done for Austria. I loved Austria, where like the changed conditions, Mini ended up in the front, or even Belgium when Mini won.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, that's exactly right, Mini, and you're bringing back memories there. Of course, was robbed of that, but came back the following week. You and him were doing great things too, and then of course, well, he's had a bit of a hiatus. You lost your wingman, and then it was all pretty much you to your own devices. And for a long bulk of the season, not having a pot two there ready to back you up. I mean, you got the other teammates, but no one there fighting with you at the top there. And so it makes your job even more impressive. Big congratulations to you there, Peas. Another stellar Grand Prix. P2 for this one. And congratulations. Big congratulations to you. And another great job. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much.
All right, Housey. Housey, you got anything to add, mate?
No, to be honest with you, I'm just tickling at something in the background because Ramsel seemed to... I'm just trying to figure out where Ramsel actually finished in the background because he got like a minute slapped on his race time as he crossed the line by my looks of it.
Well, I mean, he's in the chat and he's saying that he loves the game. He thinks that the game is unbelievably good. No, he's not. He's, he reckons it was bollocks. And so there could be a timing glitch. We did see a timing glitch in the Aussie stream at this track. And so it could be just a gremlin in the game. But Housey, we've got 2 more to go after this one, of course. Next week, we are at Mexico City. Another great quick track. And of course, we finish up at Silverstone. And that will be round 23 for this division. Round 22 for the Aussie division. And we're all wanting to finish up before the new game comes out. But Housey, mate, what another great Grand Prix. I finally woke up in the end, but I tell you what, mate, I could go for some Z's right now, bud.
Yeah, well, you go and do that and get your rest up. We'll be back, of course, same time, same place next week, starting it off with the Australian lads in Mexico.
Mexico! Exactly there, right? Exactly right there, Housey. And I'll tell you what, folks, we've loved bringing this to you. I hope you've enjoyed that one as well, as DJ, he's got to wash his mouth out, as we're going to end this one right about now. We do hope you've enjoyed that one, as I did touch on before. We are Formula 4 Racing from us for now. Goodbye.